Welcome back, everybody. Of course, this is Dr. Keith McNally, and today I'm going to talk about creating that culture in the classroom where your students feel safe to ask questions. That's one of the hardest things I think students have in the whole learning process. And, I take this from my years of experience being in the college classroom, both, of course, as a student, but more so from the point of view as the instructor. Teaching adult learners is really not very different than teaching your fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth graders. They're still dealing with their own personal issues, whatever's going on at home, maybe even more so. They may be new to school or uncomfortable with school. They may be tired because they've had a full day of work and so forth. And so they're dealing with their own issues, but it's still school. And I think with the idea that this is school and this is a place of learning, that there are some expectations. And so, and I think those expectations are historical. We are so accustomed to the stand and deliver, to give information and let students figure it out on their own or provide some guidance in that and then some practice. And then we expect students to automatically pick up the idea and run with it. With that, as we're finding out, is problematic, and it really doesn't encourage, learning, deeper learning, critical thinking, creative thinking, and any of the 21st century skills that are now being kind of pushed out on us now that we're more technologically advanced, and our world is changing drastically day by day. And so, in order to keep up with the demand for the critical thinking skills, collaboration skills, stepping up and giving presentations, being able to discover new information, new ways of doing things, being more efficient at our jobs, above just being understanding and knowing content. We have a lot of responsibilities on our shoulders as educators to really teach students how to ask questions and be comfortable with that. And so, for example, in the collegiate, in the college level, and especially with the population that I have served in the past, goodness, past decade, is military personnel, either in transition or veterans. And in the military, and I know this because I was a Marine at one time, a long, long time ago. There's a very structured way of doing things. And as a matter of fact, there is a book for doing something. There's probably a book or a manual or a procedure already written that says, this is how you do your job. This is how you fix problems. This is how you do X, do Y, and do Z. And so there's no real encouragement to be creative or to think critically about something. You don't have to, you just have to follow the manual and get things done. However, in teaching information technology and teaching IT, that's not always the case. And more so, jobs are looking for people who can create and provide creative ways, more efficient ways of getting things done, either through an application or through whatever. Um, these things are going to be part of the job skill set that my students will need to get a job, and your students eventually will need to get a job, either through college or right out of high school. So getting them comfortable with discomfort, getting them comfortable with ambiguity, getting them comfortable with failure, getting them comfortable with not knowing something, in order to get them comfortable asking questions. Google, peers, associations, teachers, mentors, we just need to know where to go. But a lot of times we don't want to feel foolish or unknowledgeable or silly. because we don't want to either ask the wrong question or we don't want to ask a silly question. And so we need to get past that, and we need to help others to get past that as well. And so I know, just given my age and my experiences, I plead the fifth. If I don't know something, I don't know something. And even if it's in normal conversation, common conversations, um, I don't know everything, and I'm willing to learn. And that's going to be really, really important in the classroom structure, especially where project-based learning is concerned, because we start with questions. And the one I always go to is, why is the sky blue? That very foundational question that I've asked over and over again, and I've done that in video and I've done that in written articles. Why is the sky blue? I'm not expecting to get an answer from that, but it's kind of the starting point of inquiry and investigation. Those very things that I think are lost that we need to regain somehow in the classroom. So hopefully this was of value to you. I know it was for me, and I'll see you next time. Take care.